we've no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday. In today's video, I want to show you guys how I got this makeup look right here. Perfect for the holidays. And I feel like this is the kind of makeup look where like you can feel cute, but like not too over the top. Not even using any false lashes in this video. So if you guys want to see how I create this makeup look, then definitely please keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And without any more rambling, let's jump into the video. So I already did all of my skin prep. Skin prep is so important. So I started off with my Air by Cha toner from Spa Treatment. Use this every single day. And then I followed up with my Honest Beauty Vitamin C Serum. Swear by this guy. And then I just put a ton of my CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. Preferably, I need a moisturizer a little bit thicker than this one. But I ran out of my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. So I had to stick with this one. Then normally I'd follow up with SPF, but since we're filming today, I want my makeup to be snatched, so I'm not going to do SPF. But typically don't skip SPF. Oh yeah, also I use this Illuminating Eye Serum by Beekman. I really like this stuff. It really helps with like under eye puffiness, but it's in a serum. So I noticed like right away that it helps like hydrate and kind of brighten up my under eyes. And then I was like doing my gua sha. I don't know if I use this right, but all I know is that I feel like whenever I do use it, it like tightens my face. And then my makeup just looks better. So now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of lip moisturizer by Laneige. And hop that on like so. She juicy lip filler who? So now I'm just gonna go in with my NYX Marshmallow Primer. I love using this primer in the winter time. It's very smoothing, but it's hydrating. And then in the like summertime, that's when I like to use my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This I could technically still use in the winter time, but this one I find is just a little bit more hydrating. So in these drier, cooler months, this one works best for me. One pump like that. And I just like to focus it in here, kind of push it up and around here. I'm gonna put a good amount on my forehead because I feel like my forehead gets pretty dry and crinkly. I like to take whatever's left and just push it inward under my eye to like smooth out any of those little fine lines. So I really don't have any plans today, but I haven't done my makeup or sat down and filmed a makeup tutorial. And I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood today to just look and feel cute. So that's what we're doing today, kind of like a natural-ish makeup look, but that will still make you look and feel cute. I'm gonna start by doing something about these brows. I'm just gonna go in with this like Patrick Ta. It is his Shaping Wax in Clear. To be honest, I don't know if you guys have seen the soap brow trick where you take a spoolie, you wet your spoolie, and then you like scrub it in a bar of soap and use that to like as eyebrow wax. To me, this product reminds me just of that. It's just $22. Since I have it, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna return it, so I might as well finish up my $20 product. I really want to get the Makeup by Mario brow gel. I've seen him use it in a couple of like IG tutorials, and it like I feel like would be really nice. I still love my Got to Be Glued styling gel for eyebrows. However, I feel like sometimes if I apply too much, then it like gets all gloppy around my eyebrow and like bunches up my foundation, and that's what I don't like. I'm trying to go for that like super model brow moment. The super feathery brow. Also, I got my brows waxed for like the first time since my wedding, which was back in 2018. So I'm gonna start off by priming my eyelids using my Lancome Idole Ultra Wear Concealer. I just love this to cancel any discoloration on my eyes. And I like that it's not too thick of a formula either. 3 dots like that. And I always try to get the outer corner because I get darkness out there. And I also get a lot of darkness in here. So that's why I put it like right in my inner portion of my eye. I'm already almost out of this concealer. I feel like I should restock on it while it's on sale. Although I love that concealer so much. Like it truly has been one of my holy grail concealers this year. I'm like, should I try another concealer? I'm like a concealer fiend. I love trying new products, seeing like trying to find what is the best of the best, what will conceal my under eyes without being creepy, that I can use on bare skin or full coverage face. So far this concealer has been winning, but I'm always like, what else is amazing out there? So I'm just taking this brush and just kind of like patting it in It's slightly dense and fluffy, so it just blends out the product really nice. Where did I put my beauty sponge? I dampened it and I don't know what I did with it. Do I want to do eyes first though? I feel like I kind of want to do face first actually. I changed my mind. What I've been liking to do with my face makeup lately is concealing my under eyes and like highlighting first and then putting my foundation everywhere else. I find that this prevents my makeup from looking cakey. It prevents me from applying too much product underneath of my eyes and on like certain areas of my face. I'm going to focus it where I have most of the darkness and put a good amount like that. And then I'm gonna let that sit for about like 30 seconds. Let it get a little tacky so it'll build up more coverage. Once it's tacky, it'll conceal that darkness better, and that way I won't have to go in with another layer. It'll prevent my makeup from getting too crazy. So then what I'm gonna do is I pick up some concealer on the back of my hand with my beauty sponge. I'm using this one from e.l.f. And then I pick it up, then blend it out. That way it doesn't move my concealer. I find that if I don't pick up concealer first, then it like takes away coverage. And that technique, I always mention how I learned that from Harush. Honestly, I feel like on most days, like the other day I left the house and I wanted to have makeup on. I wanted to feel kind of cute, but I literally did not feel like taking the time to do a full face of makeup. So I just applied my concealer like this and then applied my favorite mascara combination, which I'm going to share with you guys toward the end of the video. It is phenomenal. Like it literally looks like you're wearing false lashes. That's all I did and I felt so cute and I didn't have to do much. And then instead of using the brow wax, I just used a tinted brow gel. Sometimes if I want more coverage after this, then I'll just apply a little bit more concealer like right in here where it tends to get the darkest. Honestly, for in-person use, I would not apply more. I would leave it like this. I feel like the coverage is perfect. But for on camera, I always apply a little bit more makeup just because when I go to take pictures and stuff afterward, like the lights always wash everything out. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more here. I'm excited. My nieces come in town this week. I haven't seen them. Honestly, it's only been a month, but I love them so much and I'm so excited. My sister and brother-in-law are coming to visit, and then they're gonna go to New York for a couple of days, and then I get to have my nieces all to myself. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have like a Christmas themed sleepover. I am like literally so excited. For foundation, I'm gonna use my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. Now, if your skin gets very dry in the winter time, this is the foundation for you. If you are in a humid climate and you're like normal combination, stay away from this, because when I lived in Florida, I was not able to use this. It was very, very hydrating. But right now my skin is just like drinking this up. It loves it. And I love this foundation because it'll give you nice coverage, but it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. You can build it up or you can wear it more sheer. Just gonna pick up a little bit with my sponge and start pouncing it around here. And I just love the finish that it gives my skin. Like, do you see how pretty of a glow that is? And I only use that little piece size, so I'm gonna apply another little piece size for the other side of my face, and that's about half of a pump. Using my favorite contour ever, my Maybelline Fit Me Stick in 355 Cocoa. I may go in with a little bit of Toffee. It's a little bit lighter. I might mix the two. You just want to kind of like do it based off of your skin type and how intense or subtle you want the contour. So we are going to pick that up with this Mario F1 face brush. Love this brush. Now I'm just taking my beauty sponge and just making sure nothing is too harsh or blotchy. What is going on with my hair? Yo, this is getting frustrating. Clean up with my brush like that. And then I go ahead and wipe it on the back of my hand just to make sure it's evenly distributed. And then I'm gonna push it up against my cheeks. This look, I'm just trying to enhance my features, not necessarily like sculpt or create new ones, because I just kind of want it to look like me, but just a little bit more snatched and enhanced. Again, taking my beauty sponge, making sure it's all smooth. And then I also will bring some along here. I am craving Chick-fil-A so freaking bad that like it makes me mad that I didn't get it yesterday. Like, is it only me? Do any of you guys only crave Chick-fil-A so bad on Sundays when you know you can't have it? And I like to do a subtle smirk. It just helps me find like where my natural cheek kind of like flows. so I can follow the contour bronzer along that line. All right, then I'm gonna take the lighter shade 330 in that same product. I'm gonna take the other side of my Makeup by Mario brush and then wipe off the excess on the back of my hand. Then we're gonna use it to sculpt our nose. I'm gonna start literally like inside of my brow, work it around in there so that way it flows, and then I'm just gonna bring it down like that. I find that this just helps it flow so much better. So then what I like to do is take my Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. Fun story with that product, I go through so many of those bottles. So I had an empty one and I made my little rice water spray for my hair, and I have it in one of these bottles. Well, every Sunday I like to drench my hair in my rice water spray and then like do my hair mask and all of that. So I'm sitting there drenching my hair. I'm taking off the nozzle, pouring it all throughout my hair, and then I realized I was using the setting spray and not my rice water spray because it's in the same container. And yeah, I would drench my hair in setting spray, so that was fun. Now I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Blush in Soft Coral, and I'm gonna apply it pretty high up. And then I'm gonna take this, I think this is by Base Blue Cosmetics, and I'm just pushing the blush into my sponge and always working it back over just to smooth out any harsh edges. There are very few things that are more frustrating than when you like know that you have a product and you can't find it anywhere. All right, so then to set my face, I'm gonna be applying my J-Cat Beauty Aqua Assurance Foundation Powder. I love this powder so much. It's so creamy and smooth. You get nice coverage with it. The finish of it reminds me of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter powder, except for this one, you get more coverage with it. I do need a shade, I think a little bit lighter, because I do find that once you apply it on top of a liquid, it goes a little bit darker. So this one's in the shade Medium Beige, but I want a lighter one so that way when I put it under my eyes, it can like brighten too. I'm gonna apply that with this Morphe JH07 brush. Start by pushing it inward underneath of my eyes and then just kind of like pressing it around my cheeks to smooth everything up. And do you guys see how just like smooth and pretty of a finish it gives your skin? Then it still lets a little bit of that glow peek through, which is what I really like. But it's like that fine line, because although my skin can get a little bit drier in the winter time, I'm still kind of combination like in my T-zone. And I also find that makeup will still move around a lot on me. So I don't like powders that will keep that glow and then like not set your makeup, like your makeup is still gonna move around. That drives me crazy. This powder doesn't do that. It allows you to keep that glow, but it still will lock everything in place. Really nice, help for nothing to like slide around or look blotchy. So following that, I'm gonna set my under eyes with my Charlotte Tilbury Loose Powder. I normally like to use my Hourglass one, but I was following Katie Fawn's makeup tutorial. She's like a smaller YouTuber, but she is incredibly talented. And she has her own makeup brand. Like she's gonna have like 100,000 followers because like she's incredible. Anyways, she uses this powder and she kind of inspired the vibe of this makeup look. So I want to use the same powder. Just gonna put some on the sides of my nose first and just kind of pat it inward first and then outward underneath of my eye. I find that going in first and then out just prevents it from settling in any of the stubborn crevices underneath of the eye, and a little bit down my nose. For bronzer, I'm going to be using my number 7 powder in the shade Medium. I really want to get this powder in the shade Dark. I feel like that would also be a pretty bronzing color. I'm going to take the other side of my Hourglass brush and just kind of like tap that over top of where we did all the cream contour just to really lock it in place. And this powder is supposedly a really good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. Wouldn't know because I've never tried them, but I really love the way this powder looks as bronzer because I find that it just like really smooths out your skin. It doesn't look blotchy. It's a nice like more creamy texture, so it's not gonna look too matte. And I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario, the small side of the F1 brush again, and just put that along my nose. Then with a JH31 brush by Morphe, I'm going to take the same bronzer And again, working it in this front part of my eyebrow and then down. So it all flows. And like I really work it in that front like third of my eyebrow. Because before I used to start it here and then not really like push it in the brow, and it still looked awkward. Like you could see where the nose contour was starting. But if you like really put it actually in your brow hairs and then work it down, it helps everything flow so much better. And I'm also just going to toss this in my crease. Smaller brush, and I'm gonna go into my Make by Mario Master Matte palette. I love this palette so much. I love using this when I do freelance makeup too. I'm actually planning on doing a whole video on the palettes that I love to use in my freelance kit. Comment down below if that's something you'll be interested in seeing. I'm gonna pick it up with my Morphe M433 brush. And I'm actually going to take this color right here. It's like a beautiful mustardy tone. But then I'm also going to go in with a little bit of this color right here. And I love this palette because you can build up the intensity of the shadow. They're not going to be the most pigmented right off the bat, but they'll blend seamlessly, and then you have better control over the intensity that you want. So I'm just going to start by taking that right in here. And then just kind of working it up. Then I kind of want to warm things up a little bit, so I'm going to dip into these two colors right here and just put that a little bit deeper in my crease. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just start tapping around the edges so it is shameless. Now I'm going to take these two colors right here with my Morphe M573 brush, and I'm just going to work that more toward the front part of my eye. Just this color in the palette, I mix this as like my darker crease shade, but I'm going to take it with a more like dense shader brush and kind of use it to create a slight like little wing on the side of my eye. So I'm going to start here on my eye, and I'm just going to do soft little flicks, and then I'm just going to extend the shadow pretty far out. And just taking that smaller blending brush that we use for the darker outer crease shades, and I'll work it and blend this. Then I just took that loose powder with my sponge and pinched my sponge together and use that to just kind of clean up under here a little bit, and that just helps sharpen up my eyeshadow. I'm just taking a clean blending brush, kind of blending along that line that we formed. Same for this side, and then I'm going to pick up some of that loose powder with that same fluffy brush and use that to highlight underneath of my brow and kind of blend it down to diffuse all those shades together. Then take my sponge again, and this time we're just going to press everything in underneath of my eye. Now taking any sort of flat shader brush, I'm going to dip into these two colors here and use that along my lower lash line like this. So I'm just starting in this outer portion here and then just kind of working it inward. And then I always like to blend it kind of up into the outer corner shades. And a little bit in here too. Then to add a little bit of pizzazz, I'm going to take this Morphe 2 glitter in the shade Confetti. And I think I'm going to pick it up with a shader brush first. It's a really nice like creamy type of texture. I'm just going to tap this in here because I've been so obsessed with glitter lately, like it's not even funny. And I'm just tapping this in this inner portion and then just kind of diffusing it upward. That is so pretty, especially with these colors that we have going on, because this has like a cool tone bluish flex throughout it. So the contrast up against my slightly warmer crease shades is just so pretty. Let's finish up the face and then I'll do brows and mascara. I always have to do this, clean up underneath of my bronzer. So I just pick up some extra loose powder, smell like this. And then just do that to cut my cheek. So that way my face doesn't get dragged too far down with the bronzer. I'm gonna mix a little bit of Gingerly by MAC. This one right here, it's a matte Really pretty like warm neutral color, and then a little bit of Peachy Keen, which is like a nice pinky color with a soft sheen in it. And taking my angled powder brush, I'm just going to press this into my skin underneath it here and use it to kind of blend out this blush. Following that, I'm going to set my face with MAC Fix Plus to melt everything in place. And then I'll follow up with my Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. This is what I've been loving to do to give my skin more of like a cream highlight finish, even when I don't use a cream highlight, is while my face is wet, I'll take my damp beauty sponge and kind of mix these two shades together. This one's in my Charlotte Tilbury Bar Gold Highlight Palette. I believe this one's discontinued, but she does have another highlight palette. I also really love my MAC Hyper Real Glow Highlight Palette. Just depends on what's closest to me. Anyways, I take it on my sponge and I just kind of like tap it along my cheekbone. I do a little on my forehead. And then I always bring it across my nose like that and my chin. And this just gives your skin the most beautiful lit from within finish. And it gives you a really seamless highlight too. Let's finish up these brows. Ooh, and then next, I'm going to put you guys on to the best lash combo ever. So first you're going to want to curl your lashes. I use my Revlon one. Then you're going to want to follow up with your lash primer. I'm using this one by MAC, the False Lash Maximizer. Then go in with the Monzor Big Lancome Mascara, and then top it with the Lancome Lash Idole Mascara. Yes, this is an expensive lash combo, but you will not need false lashes. They leave your lashes so long. So I'm going to do all of this off camera because it's boring to watch mascara, but when I come back, my lashes are going to be like touching my eyebrow. Before I do that though, I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario, the Perfect Brown Eyeliner, and I just like to do a little bit in this inner portion here to extend my eye. Then I take the brush side and just push it in like that to extend the eye a little. And then I just do a little tiny bit on the outer corner, and then again take the brush to extend. Now for a lip pencil, I'm going to take Chestnut by MAC, and I'm going to overline the bottom of my lip right here. And then overline this top portion. And then I'm going to connect it to my inner corner. Then right over top of that, I'm going to take Warm Nude by Koki and just go right on top of Chestnut. Chestnut is like a really dark brown to just give that structure and contour to the lip, whereas this lip pencil will match my natural lip tone and help blend them together. Then I'm going to take London by NYX. And then I'm going to go over top of that with Baddest Beige by Maybelline. It's more of like a pinky nude. And I'm going to top that with my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. It's like the most pretty pinky pearly color. I'm going to do something about this hair and I will be right. My hair looks like absolute poop, but thank God that is not what the video is about. Here you have it. This is the completed makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and just making myself feel cute. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys end up recreating it. Tag me on Instagram, all of that. I love you all so much. I pray that you'll have the most amazing holiday season ever, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!